All right, everybody, welcome to another Microsoft Flight Simulator flight. Today we are flying from Buchanan, Kilo Charlie Charlie Romeo, up to Orville, which is Kilo Oscar Victor Echo. We're going to be in the Charlie 172 today, obviously the Skyhawk. So, sit back, enjoy your flight. Let's go ahead and get this plane up and running. Now, the Microsoft Flight Sim actually has a really good checklist for the 172, so we're going to go ahead and use that. Pre-flight inspection, I already got out walk around, so we're going to go ahead and skip that. Seatbelts, brakes, test, and sets. Brakes are moving, parking brake is set. Circuit breakers all push, check. Electrical equipment is all off, check. Avionics bus 1 and bus 2 off, check. Fuel selector both, fuel selector is on both. Fuel shutoff valve is open, fuel shutoff valve is open. Yeah, I think default is in. I think in is open. I'm pretty sure in is open. I'm like 99.99% that in is open. It's been a little while since I've flown this plane. Let's be honest. All right. After starting engine, standby battery switch test for 20 seconds. 1, 2, count in your head. Go ahead and put that on up to arm. And PFD does come on. Engine heating system. We're going to check parameters as soon as the PFD is up. It is indicating. All right, so we did that. All right, bus E volts, 24 volts minimum, check. M volts, 1.5 or less, check. S amps, verifying discharge, check. Standby announcer, check on. Standby battery announcer, that's that right there, it's on. Prop, clear prop. Master switch, alternator and battery on. Check and check. Beacon on. Check. Mixture rich. Check. Auxiliary fuel pump on for 3 to 5 seconds, then off. 1, 2, 3. Mixture lean. Check. Feet ready to brake. Check. And I think that's lean for altitude, let's be honest. Yeah, it's going to be lean for altitude. Our altitude is definitely right about sea level. 80 feet sea level, so we're going to go ahead and keep the whole thing. Ignition to start. Clear prop. All right. Prop coming up. Adjust for 1,000 RPM usually. Richmond engine starts, check. All right, after starting engine, adjust for 1,000 RPM. Yep, look at me go. So let's go ahead and get that up to 1,000. All right, guys, while we start up this engine, don't forget to like and subscribe. We will have plenty of chapters down in the description if you guys would like to skip ahead to any part in particular, especially if you want to skip past this part right now. All right, throttle, check. Oil pressure, check. Amps, we are charging. Low volts is off. Avionics bus 1 and bus 2, get those on. Primary flight display and good. Flaps are up. Flaps are up. Good to go. All right, so now we're ready to taxi. Let's go ahead and get our flight plan entered. So rightmost soft key. There we go. And now, luckily, we're doing a direct flight because entering in a flight plan on the G1000 is really annoying to watch. But luckily, today we are just doing a direct flight. So we're going to go Kilo. There we go. So Buchanan is Kilo Charlie Charlie Romeo. Charlie Romeo. Best to go around the back way. There we go. We haven't got our runway assigned yet, so we're just gonna go ahead and enter. And then we don't have any en route, so we're just gonna go ahead and put in Kilo Oscar Victor Echo. It's Oscar Victor and Echo. All right, and that's all there is to that flight plan, because we've got it super easy here. All right, let's go ahead and get our clearance from ATC. So since we are at an uncontrolled pilot edge network, then we are going to go ahead and go 122. 122.2. That is their little uncontrolled airport frequency. And we're just going to call available controller. And I'm going to have to, we're not using November 358 Foxtrot Delta today, so I'm going to have to remember November 448 Beck. Let's get down here. 0.2. Go ahead and swap those over. And we're going to make sure that we are listening to COM 2. Go ahead and swap over to COM 2, and we need to make sure that is on 121.5. Sorry, guys. This is why I hate the G1000. It was such a pain in the rear. Like, it gives you great information, but it's kind of a pain in the rear. There we go. Okay. Available controller Skyhawk 448 Quebec Victor sitting on the ground at Buchanan, looking IFR up to
Number 448 Quebec Victor with NorCal departure. There's nothing in the system for you.
Roger, I'll double check that. My apologies. 8 Quebec Victor. All right, let's make sure we actually filed that flight plan. All right, we're gonna go ahead and I guess I'll show you guys what I'm doing here. We're gonna go ahead and file that flight plan again, just real quick. All right, so we are going to be IFR. We are going to be November. I'll just do it in the little window. 448 Quebec Victor. We are in a Charlie 172. Got that there. Equipment code Golf. Speed speed's about 140. Departure location is going to be Kilo Charlie Charlie Romeo. Kilo Oscar Romeo. Oscar Victor Echo, rather. Cruising altitude, we'll say 3,000 feet. We are going east. Route is going to be direct. So KCCR direct KOVE. All right, there we go. Filed. Filed. All right, let's try this again. It's NorCal departure. NorCal departure, Skyhawk 448, Quebec Victor on the ground at Concord, looking for IFR up to. All right, let's see if that got it this time for him.
November 448 Quebec Victor. I'm going to be unable to do direct. Give me a moment while I put together routing for you.
Eight Quebec Victor, Roger, negative on the direct. I'll go ahead and redo a flight plan real quick unless you've got a quick suggestion.
I'm working on it. Stand by.
My apologies. Sorry. Get my wrist slapped there. So he's definitely going to completely reroute us, and I feel like an idiot, but that's cool because it's only like my third flight in 6 months. So yeah, as a stroke survivor, my brain doesn't quite work that way, but I try not to use that as an excuse because that's a bullshit excuse. Because obviously if I'm on here, then I am functioning okay. Not perfect, definitely functioning okay. So while he's doing that, we are going to go ahead and take a look around here on the ground. Absolutely beautiful day here at Concord. Got a little bit of wind out there on the runway. Right here by the tower at Concord. It's a beautiful day. God, I still can't get over how good this game looks in Ultra Settings. It's still not perfect, but it is definitely better than any flight simulator yet. And of course, we're waiting for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 to come out in November. And on to November, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, whenever that comes out, I'll definitely going to be doing a lot of flying on there. So, stay tuned. Just waiting for this controller. He's figuring it out for us. He's a super nice guy over there. Then take a look around this cockpit here in the 172. Beautifully rendered. This, of course, is the stock 172 with Microsoft Flight Simulator. Check everything else. Go ahead and get ready for taxi while he is at. So, taxi checklist. Taxi lights. We'll go ahead and flip those on. Landing lights.
448 Quebec Victor, full route for you. You're cleared to Orville Airport, Buchanan 2 departure, Rejoy transition, Victor 6 airway, the Sacramento VOR, Victor 23, Yubba, Yankee uniform, Bravo Bravo Alpha, and then direct. Climb and maintain 5,000. NorCal departure 135.1. Squawk 2767. Hold for release.
Hey, Quebec Victor, cleared to Orville via Buchanan 2 departure, Rejoy, Victor 6, Sacramento, Victor 23, Yubba, then direct. Climb maintain 5,000. Departure is going to be a 135.1, putting 2767 in the box. Hold for release. 8 Quebec Victor.
Number 8 Quebec Victor, read back is correct. Just call me back this frequency when you're short of the runway, first in line and ready for departure.
We'll call back this frequency. Much appreciated. 8 Quebec Victor. Alright, so let's get that put in here. First, we're going to put that up here on our Navigraph. So, go ahead and hit done there. And how we do that is we go to the search feature. So at KCCR, we are going to open charts. Let's see here. Flights. Departures available. Buchanan. It says Buchanan 2, but it's going to be Buchanan 3 to Rejoy. So let's go ahead and add that to the route. Then we are going to go Rejoy Victor 6. Let's see where we're at here. There's Rejoy. And we are going to go Rejoy Victor 6. We're taking Victor 6 to Sacramento, SAC. Alright, and from Sacramento, we are taking Victor 23 to Yubba. So Victor 23 all the way up here to... Oh, how far away is Yubba? Alright, so we're going to type that in manually. So Sacramento, then Rejoy Victor 6, Sac, then Victor 23 to Yubba, and then direct KOVE. Right, I got that good to go. So our flight plan is in there. Let's go ahead and put that in down here. So flight plan. So en route. Actually, first procedures. Select departure. Departure is going to be Buchanan 2. We do not know our runway yet, or actually, we're picking our runway. So let's go ahead and pick our runway. So 8 runways available. 19 right looks like a good option. Let's see what that looks like here as far as where we're parked. Sorry guys, I'm giving you kind of like my thought process as I go through that. So we've got 1 right and 1 left have a headwind. So we're going to go down here to 19 left. And then take off 19 left. So we can't take off 19 left. Okay, that's cool. And let's go ahead and take a look at the chart for Buchanan 2. So 19 right is what we'll have to use. That's cool. We can do that. Not a problem at all. 9 right, Buchanan 2. And we're going to need a standard climb of 490 feet per minute to 3,900. So let's go ahead and get that put in. And we're going to go ahead and select 19 right. Departure from that is going to be at Rejoy. Load that. And then let's go ahead and get our autopilot stuff put in. So our vertical speed, we're going to be looking at, what did it say, 490, so we're just going to put in 500 up to 2,700 feet. Right. Oh. And we are going to arm vertical speed. We can't arm vertical speed without the autopilot actually being turned on, can we? Yeah, we can. Okay, cool. All right, so we are arming vertical speed at 500. Yep. That goes up to 3,900. 3,900. Let me go ahead and get my autopilot screen here. Actually, we're going to be doing lights before we do pilots. I'll put my lights on. All right, so that's got that. We are all set as per the chart. Cool. Good to go. So we're going to go CCR, make a little flip here up to CCR. All right, so now let's go back to our flight plan here. Way. Right. Go ahead and do the departure again. I messed that up. Departure, 19 right. Enter. Enter. Select departure. Get into 119. Rejoy. Why does that not let me do that? All right, let's go ahead and remove. I think it's because I have that. Let's go ahead and remove that. Alright, now let's go to procedures and see if that fixed it. Alright, so we're going to completely remove KCCR here. And we'll put it back in. Alright, Kilo. Charlie. Charlie. Sorry guys, have not had this problem before. And it 100% most likely is user error. Alright, now procedures. Select departure. Buchanan 2, 19 right, rejoy. Alright, what if we switch it here? No. Select on CCR. What if we just use a different runway? Here. Do right. Alright, so let's go ahead and go en route to our en route plan. And then we'll come back and try to do that. So let's go ahead and put in rejoy. E. J. Boy. And let's go ahead and get right back. Menu. The airway. Back. Flight plan. Wow, this G1000 is all sorts of messing up for me. Ah, there we go. Okay, okay. So Victor 6. And we're going to exit at Sacramento. There we go. Alright, and then menu, load airway. And out of Sacramento, we are going Victor 23. So go ahead and get that in here. 3. And exit is going to be Yubba. And then from Yubba, we're direct. So that is all good. Now that we have all this in, let's see if we can go ahead and select the departure. Sorry, guys. Right. Yeah, it's not letting us. So what we're going to have to do is go ahead and put this in manually. It's not a big deal. So let's go ahead and go back to the flight plan. And we're going to go CCR. And pits. And Seva. CVUH. Alright, there we go. So that's got our actual flight plan pretty well done here. There we go. So KCCR, pits, Seva. Let's go ahead and put in our runway here. Using 19, right? Excuse me. Okay. It's procedures, I'll bet you it still doesn't look. Nope. So, well, at least we got the procedures in there. You know, plus or minus, whatever. Alright. So there is all that put in. We're going to let him know on this frequency. And let's go ahead and get departure frequency put in, 135.1. 35.1. Love my freewheeling. There we go. Alright, so that is ready. We are monitoring 121.5 and NorCal departure. And we are good to go. Alright, so let's go ahead and finish up our pre-taxi checklist here. Taxi lights as required. Check. Landing lights as required. We'll go ahead and turn... Well, I was going to turn that on, but for some reason it isn't working here. So landing lights on, nav lights on. Tick, tick, tick. Strobe should not be on until we're on the runway. Alright. Go ahead and do our run-up. Alright, parking brake set. Seats good to go. Doors closed. Flight controls free and correct. Alright, let's go ahead and double check our flight controls. Left aileron. Whoa, hello. Left aileron. Good to go. Go ahead and watch the flaps. They're working. Right aileron. Let's see it. Go. Sure, flaps on that side are working. Power. Elevator is go, free and correct, and rudder is free and correct. Alright, good to go. Flight controls are free and correct. We have no red instruments on our primary flight display. Altimeter, let's go ahead and get the weather. So at Buchanan, the weather is going to be, the METAR here. Wind is 260 at 8. Visibility 10 statute miles. Temperature 23 degrees Celsius or 73 degrees Fahrenheit. Dew point is 12 Celsius or 50 Fahrenheit. Humidity is 50%. Altimeter 2987. So let's go ahead. 2987. Altimeter set. Standby altimeter. Make sure that's set as well. That's going to be right here. 2987. Yep. Standby altimeter is set. Altitude select is set. Standby flight instruments are good. Fuel quantity. We are in the greens. Mixture rich. Check. Fuel selector both. Check. Autopilot engage. Pilot engaged. Flight controls move against autopilot. It does let me move against the autopilot. Go. Check. Autopilot trim disconnect button. Never remember where that's at. Yell at me in the comments because I'm going to ignore that one. Oh wait. It gives me a oh nope. Yeah, even pushing the button, I got no idea where it's at. You'd think it'd be right here by the trim, which probably is, and I just can't see it. Just gonna ignore that. Flight director is off. Off. Yeah, let's go. Pilot off. Flight director is off. Elevator trim set for takeoff. Trim is definitely not set for takeoff. Go. Alright, parking brake set. Throttled 1800 RPM. Government work, 1800-ish RPM. Mags. Let's go ahead and check the mags. Left mag. Got a 120 decrease, so that's within parameters. Right mag, no change. Parameters. Let's have carb heat. No, because this one's fuel injected. Magnetos back to both. Magnetos back to both. Vacuum gauge check is in the green. Engine indicators are all in the green. Meters of voltmeters. Is charging. No annunciators. Engine idle. Back to 1000 RPM. Check that it idles around 600. Which it does. Back up to 1000 RPM. Alright, let's go back to our taxi checklist here. Checklist is all parking brake release, brakes, rudder test. Okay. We're going to go up to our before takeoff checklist, which we will do once we're number 1 for departure. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at our airport information map here. So we are going to go to charts, taxi, airport info. Alright, we are taxiing 19 right. I don't see anybody else at the airport, and that's a bullshit excuse. Let's be honest, that's a bullshit excuse. Let's go ahead and do call outs. Unicom here is 122905, so let's go ahead and put 122905 in. We're just gonna have to put departure. I mean, this is normal, right? Because normally we would go to ground and then go back to tower once we were holding short, and then we would put in our departure. So it's not a huge deal. All right, 122905. So Concord traffic. All right, let's get her done. Concord traffic, Skyhawk 448, Quebec Victor, taxiing from the terminal to runway 9 right via taxiways Alpha 19 right. Concord. All right. Yeah, I thought that was going to be a lot longer of a call out because I'm looking at the chart here, and I thought it was a lot more. really all we're doing is we're going to come up here and just follow Alpha all the way across. We will call out whenever we're crossing 3-2 right, 14 left, 1-4 left. All right, park and brake off. I don't think we're going to need, I just don't think we're going to need a pushback. So let's go ahead, boot, scoot, and boogie. Come right over here, around this guy, and then we are going to flip a UE. Real world, could we have gotten a pushback? Yeah, but it is what it is. Go ahead and get that out of the way. We're going to get up here on the taxiway. And hopefully the taxiways are labeled. Sometimes they are, sometimes they are not. Labeled correctly, I mean. Of course they're labeled, but signs are actually accordance with their not. And that's the taxiway we want. Checking around us. Now, of course, I actually can see side windows on my triple monitor setup, but you guys can't, so I don't want anybody yelling at me that I was not looking around me. We're completely off the center line because, you know, Fox can't taxi for crap. Yep, all right. Let's get up here and get her going. Concord traffic, Skyhawk 448, Quebec Victor crossing or left to right. And we'll let them know as soon as we are across as well. Taxi right up here. Oh, they do have a run-up area at this airport, which I did not know. I guess if I would have looked at the chart, we could have done our run-up over here, but that's okay. That's okay. Just looking at the windsock there. Got a little bit of a crosswind on 19 right, but shouldn't be too bad. At least it's a crossing headwind. Right? Right. All right, so we are going to hold short here. Let's go ahead and make sure that our autopilot is good to go. Autopilot, we are going to arm vertical speed mode, so that's a 500. Go ahead and put the parking brake on. So we're going to swap back over to 122.2 and put our departure frequency in, which is 135.1. 1, 5, 1. There we go. And let's go ahead and get our code. We are putting in 2767. Go, and altitude. All right, so everything should be set up the way that it needs to be set up. Let's go ahead and switch our chart to the departure chart. Buchanan 2. Actually, Buchanan 3 now. We do not have the current. I'm going to hope. Now, real world, you wouldn't just hope. You would go get the current chart. But here. We're going to go ahead and just use what we have available. So we're going to make a nice circle here, Buchanan 2. And I'm just going to kind of fly it using the heading bug to kind of stay on that line. That's the best way I think to do it. All right. So, because I'm going to try one last time to put this departure in here. Right. Rejoy. Yep, it is not letting me do it. All right. So we're going to have to do it the old school way, maintain our climb by hand. And, yeah. All right, one thing we can do is go ahead and get our... Actually, no, I'm not really going to do anything.
Monarch around November 354 Sierra Del Monte, ready to taxi with November.
Number 354 Echo Sierra, Monterey ground runway 28 left, taxi via Alpha.
Via Alpha 28 left, Forco Sierra.
All right. NorCal departure, Skyhawk 448 Quebec Victor, number 1, runway 19 right at Concord.
Number 448 Quebec Victor, NorCal departure, released for departure now, and clearance is void if not off by 2058 Zulu, time out 2051.5. If not off by 2058, call back by the top of the hour with your intentions. Frequency change approved.
All right, release for departure. Departure clearance void by 2058. We'll call back by the top of the hour if we're not off the ground for whatever reason. 8 Quebec Victor. All right, let's boot, scoot, and boogie. All right, strobe coming on. Get lined up and get in the air. I am tired of not being in the air. Airspeed's coming alive. V1, runway is clear. V2, rotate. There, we're rotating. There we go. Pilot is on. Heading mode is on. All right, let's go ahead and make sure we are tracking on Navigraph. And we're just going to kind of do Navigraph's, the charts thing. Now, you can see this crosswind is no joke. We're kind of boot scooting boogieing around here, but be all right. Plane is trying everything it can do to get up to that 500 feet per minute climb, but man, this turbulence is no joke. A little bit of a bumpy takeoff today, guys. As soon as we gotta get it turned around facing CCR, then I'm just going to activate direct to CCR. Ah, that lag too, being this low with triple screens. It did not like that at all. As soon as I get like halfway turned here, I should be able to activate direct to CCR. Alright, climbing left, turn direct to CCR. Alright, direct to CCR. There we go. Alright. Scoot, scoot, and boogie. And we're going to go ahead and swap over to nav mode. There we go. Good deal. All right, I'm going to go ahead and raise the altitude up to 5,000. All right, let's go ahead and swap over.
320 at 8.
Clear for takeoff 28 left, 304, sir.
NorCal departure, Skyhawk 448 Quebec Victor. We are 1600 for 5,000.
Number 448 Quebec Victor. NorCal departure, radar contact 6 south of the Concord VOR, Buchanan altimeter 2987.
Please repeat your last 8 Victor Quebec Victor.
Victor Quebec, Buchanan altimeter 2987.
87. NorCal departure 8 Quebec Victor. Did you have other instructions for us before the altimeter?
I don't have instructions for you, no. November 448 Quebec Victor is radar contact 5 miles now south of the Concord VOR, Buchanan altimeter 2987.
Rogers, my apologies, must be hearing things. 8 Quebec Victor. I could have swore he said something something if you can, but maybe that's just me. It probably is just me, let's be honest. I'll probably watch the video back and just double check, but it doesn't matter now anyways, because we are direct CCR, climbing 5,000. Alright, let's go up to our little checkity checklist here. Alright, all that was done. Normal takeoff. Good to go. En route climb, airspeed 70 to 80, where we are stuck on a standard climb rate. Up to 36, I believe it was. Let's see, 19. Right, standard climb up to 3,900. So we can actually go up after. After we get past 39, then we can go up, but we are on a standard climb rate.
6,000 for 7,000.
Rich, engine gauges, check. Taxi and landing lights, let's go ahead and turn those off.
Turn right, heading 360.
Lights, taxi lights off. My landing light button is not working for some reason, so we're going to hit switch. And now, as soon as we get above 3,000, we're going to go ahead and start leaning out that mixture. Two ways I know how to do that is either watch the fuel flow or watch the RPMs. I'm watching the RPMs. Here, so you can kind of see the mixture coming out as we watch our RPMs. Yep. Mixture for right now. Then as soon as we get above 3,900, then we will go ahead and get the climb down to 85 knots.
Before I go Sierra 1, I will direct Eddie.
Direct Eddie, focus here.
Now, if you're wondering why we're 8 Quebec Victor now, it is because we're doing an FSE flight sim economy flight. Let's go ahead and get tracking again. Now, our destination is going to be in about an hour. Don't forget, guys, to hit that like button if you like what you're seeing, and don't forget to click on your little chapters there. So if you guys want to skip the climb, you guys want to skip the cruise, you want to skip straight to me completely messing up the landing, which hopefully doesn't happen, chapters are down in the description. Other than that, we're going to kind of sit back and just enjoy the flight. I am going to go ahead and set the camera where I can still see flight controls, and you guys can see flight readout, rather, the primary flight display there. And still see out the window. Beautiful Microsoft Flight Simulator Ultra settings. Once we're off the ground, we're actually not doing too bad. We're about 40 frames per second, so that ain't bad at all.
44X Sierra NorCal.
I'm still getting the ATC here.
Right, you're off course. Turn right heading 340. Direct Eddie when able, please.
Okay, 340 direct to Eddie. I don't know why autopilot didn't capture that. Oh, I do now.
Yeah, he got it. He figured it out. Alright, we are above 3,900, so I am going to go ahead and bump that rate of climb. Actually, we're going to go straight over to flight level change. Button for flight level change on my autopilot button. I do. Flight level change, and flight level change is going to be at 85. Yep. We keep an eye on our mixture as well. Nope. Beautiful day out here in California today. Absolutely gorgeous.
Break Quebec Victor, contact NorCal approach 127.4.
Take away that chart.
127.4, focus here.
That wasn't for you. November 448, Quebec Victor. Contact NorCal approach 127.4.
Over to 127.4 NorCal approach for 8 Quebec Victor. Good day. Alright, 127.4.
Focus here at San Francisco Sierra.
Before Echo Sierra, cross Eddie at 6,000. After Eddie cleared the ILS runway 28 right approach.
Eddie 6,000, cleared ILS 28 right, focus here.
NorCal approach, Skyhawk 448 Quebec Victor 5,000.
Number 448 Quebec Victor, NorCal approach, Sacramento, altimeter 2981.
81.
Learjet 4 Echo Sierra, contact NorCal approach 134.5.
134.5, Focus Sierra. NorCal approach 35 Focus Sierra, 6,000. 15 from Eddie.
Number 354 Echo Sierra, NorCal approach San Francisco, altimeter 29901.
29901, Focus Sierra.
All right, guys, we are good to go. I just went ahead and did our cruise checklist. All right, guys, looks like we're about half an hour out. Let's go ahead and start taking a look at our approach options here. Go ahead and get your runways that are available. Looks like runway 13 is going to be our best bet. See what kind of approaches we have available for 13. We don't. That's cool. RNF2 or VORA, so we'll most likely do the visual on 13 since we got nice clear skies today. There you go. Is that a little bit better view for you guys? Looks like it is. I forget how slow these old, or these 172s are. Because we do have a relatively good, I'd say probably about a 7-8 knot tailwind right now. And yet our ground speed is still only about 122 over the ground. I need to get back in the, brain fart. Back in the Skylane. 182.
For Echo Sierra, contact tower 120.5.
0.5 for Sierra. San Francisco Tower, November 354 Sierra, Atlas 28 right.
Number 354 Echo Sierra,
Nav lights off.
Tower, runway 28 right. Cleared to land, wind 280 at 17.
Oh, my nav lights were off for some reason. That's not good. Landing lights off, not nav lights off. See if I can fix that quick without disrupting the stream. Let's see, Stream Deck, or I can show you guys what I'm doing here. So this is my Stream Deck page. Pull it over here where you guys can see. And as you can see, my landing lights for some reason is not working. So let's light landing. That's why. That'll do it every time. So what I have to do in that case is I have to get that toggle, which I think we come over here to beacon, toggle beacon lights. That here, and instead we're just going to put and feedback value light landing, and let's see if that does it. Landing lights still not working. Okay. What about landing lights toggle? Hey, now it's working again. I don't know why the lights page just keeps like wanting to mess up, but for some reason it is. Now it's actually working, so we can go ahead and turn those landing lights off using the button on the Stream Deck. Let me go. And yeah, actually, while we're in cruise here, I can show you my full Stream Deck setup for here. So here is our lights. Obviously, we got the pitot heat, nav light, AV. That's our avionics master. I've got that on here with lights as well. Nav, beacon, taxi, landing, strobe. We go to home. It shows us our home page, lights, autopilot, ground services. Go to autopilot. This is what I currently keep up on the Stream Deck while I'm en route. Shows that we are on nav, and our altitude is set to 5,000. Also got vertical speed and flight level change. So, and the only other page right now is I have is ground services, which is to toggle a pushback on it. So yeah, that's what I've got set up on my Stream Deck. I'm gonna have more set up on there as I kind of have time to do and figure out what I want. So it's really handy when I'm in the 182 because it doesn't have a set heading readout, but the Stream Deck will read it out anyways, whether it's set or not, and that way Zoom will weigh in on the heading indicator. I like to touch the mouse as little as possible.
Mike, Oakland Center Pass, roll us out 72986. Before I can see our right turn, Delta, Charlie to GA. This frequency's good, I'm going.
Delta Charlie over to the ramp with you, Forker, sir.
Oh, I forgot if I plug in my tablet, it registers it as another monitor. I was trying to charge up my tablet, and it can't do that. I'll have to charge it a different way. That's okay. We still got like 94% battery on it, so it's not a big deal. Alright guys, I am going to shut up and just kind of let you guys enjoy the flight, along with live ATC. Well, live Pilot Edge ATC, let's be real. And of course, if you guys get bored, you can always skip ahead to the descent, skip ahead to really whatever you want. It'd be descent and then landing. That's just a notification popping up from my space desk, which would be if I wanted to keep using my tablet as a monitor. I think 4 monitors is enough for right now.
Break Quebec Victor, advise with the weather for Orville. If you have an approach request, I'll take it.
Hey, Quebec Victor, looks like we're going to be up. Play my last. NorCal approach, Skyhawk 448 Quebec Victor. We have the weather for Orville, and we're looking visual 1-3.
Break Quebec Victor, roger.
See if we can go ahead and do approach and see if this will actually work. Visual 1-3. Straight. I'm gonna go ahead and go up here and take a look in here at Orville. Yeah, 1-3 straight's gonna work out perfect. We're just gonna go ahead and load that.
San Francisco clearance, November 354, KCCR, IFR to Truckee.
Number 354, Echo Sierra, San Francisco clearance, standby.
Just looking at the visual straights.
Number 354, Echo Sierra, San Francisco clearance.
So on the GTX 720 or whatever it is, the other flight display I use, it actually tells you what altitude to get down to by straight for a visual. This one is not giving me that, so it'll be fun. We can go ahead and look up information on the runway. Let's go ahead, information. All right, this runway is at 200 feet.
Back on frequency, I got dropped.
You just say he got drunk.
Number 354, Echo Sierra, San Francisco clearance, clear to Truckee Airport, truck into departure, Orca transition, direct Cigna, Sierra India, Golf November Alpha, then direct. Climb via SID, except maintain 10,000, expect 15,000 within 10 minutes. NorCal departure 135.1, squawk 4541.
Okay, Orca Sierra is cleared to Truckee via the truck into Orca, transition Cigna direct, climbing via the SID, 10,000, expect 15,000, 10 minutes after departure frequency 135.1, squawking 4541 for 4 Echo Sierra.
Or 4 Echo Sierra, back correct.
I'm just going to play around with this, see if I can get that information.
Ray, Quebec Victor, descend at your discretion, maintain 3,000 and clear directly Orville Airport.
Clear direct Orville, descend my discretion down to 3,000. 8 Quebec Victor. Alright, so let's go ahead and go direct Orville. Straight. Alright, so if we're clear direct there, I'm going to go ahead and activate the approach. So in order to do that, I go to Procedures and activate approach. Go. Alright, descent checklist. Power as desired, check. Fixture adjusted. Altimeter, let's go ahead and get that weather one more time. Weather. 29er79er. Looking good. Alright, standby altimeter is set. Altitude select. We are set. CDI coffee nav source check. Check. Check and check.
On a Jet 2 Papa Mike, contact NorCal approach 121.3.
We're going to be coming in here. Runway 13. Thoughts. Yeah, 13.
NorCal approach, Honda Jet 522 Papa Mike is 9,003, descending into Monterey with Oscar, full stop.
Number 522 Papa Mike, NorCal approach, thanks for Oscar, altimeter 2993, expect runway 28 left.
2993 and expecting 28 left to Papa Mike.
Alright, so it's going to shoot us right up here, somewhere around Bulls.
ground 354 Echo Sierra signature, ready to taxi with Tango.
Number 354 Echo Sierra, San Francisco ground runway 28 right, taxi via Charlie. Hold short, runway 1 left.
28 right via Charlie, hold short, 1 left for Echo Sierra.
NorCal approach, Skyhawk 448 Quebec Victor with request.
Right, Quebec Victor.
We'd like to go ahead and shoot the straight-in visual approach for 1-3. Looks like we're aiming right now about 5 nautical miles past the runway, if that makes sense. A Quebec Victor.
November 8 Quebec Victor, expect visual approach.
Expecting visual, a Quebec Victor. I think I got across what I wanted to.
Number 4 Echo Sierra, verify squawk 4541.
4541 for Echo Sierra.
You turn transponder on, we don't see you.
Oof. I think I got it through what I was trying to say. Your brain is a
Number 4 Echo
bitch.
Sierra, thanks. Cross runways 1 left and 1 right on Charlie.
Cross 1 left, 1 right, and continue Charlie to 28 right for Echo Sierra.
Number 4 Echo Sierra, transponder turned off again. Make sure it's in altitude mode.
Well, I'm not sure what's going on. It's a new jet I just bought.
Right, yeah, the transponder's off again.
Big oof.
Keeps throwing it into standby on its own there.
It might be a function of that particular transponder.
I'm gonna recycle avionics. I'm gonna lose you for a minute here.
Okay. Number 522 Papa Mike, contact Monterey Tower 118.4.
Over to Tower 18-4, 2 Papa Mike. Monterey Tower, Honda Jet 522, Papa Mike is inbound with Oscar, full stop.
Number 522 Papa Mike, Monterey Tower, wind 280 at 12, runway 28 left, clear to land.
28 left, clear to land, 2 Papa Mike.
Myself Hotel, November 354, Echo Sierra, holding short 28 right.
Number 354, Echo Sierra, San Francisco Tower, runway 28 right, cleared for takeoff, wind to 280 at 17.
Clear for takeoff, 28 right, for Echo Sierra.
Number 4, Echo Sierra, contact NorCal departure.
NorCal, for Echo Sierra. NorCal, November 354, Echo Sierra is 1000 climbing via the SID.
Number 354, Echo Sierra, NorCal departure, radar contact, should be climb via SID, except maintain 10,000.
Via the SID, 10,000 for Echo Sierra.
Break back Victor, advise when you have the Orville airport in sight or cancellation of IFR.
Skyhawk 448 Quebec Victor, we're going to go ahead and cancel IFR at this time.
Break back Victor, no traffic observed between you and the field. Radar services are terminated with your cancellation. Squawk and maintain VFR and frequency change approved. Have a good day.
Squawking VFR, good day. Up VFR, we're going to go ahead and change over to advisory. Advisory. There. To 2.8, which is kind of what I figured it was. But, you know, double checking. All right, change over to 122.8.
Number 4 X Sierra, climb and maintain 15,000.
15,000 for Echo Sierra.
As we're about 10 miles south, I'm going to go ahead and announce on traffic what we're doing. Alright, we'll go ahead and do the call out now. Orville traffic, Skyhawk 448, Quebec Victor, 11 nautical miles south of the Orville Airport, inbound runway 13, full stop, Orville. Oh, if there is anybody on frequency starting up at Orville or anything like that, they kind of know, hey, there's a guy that's going to be coming out here. Kind of got to keep an eye out for him, keep an ear for what he's doing, you know, type thing. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and clear the autopilot down to... I'll clear it to 500 feet. Right now it is on approach mode, so it should go ahead and start getting our altitude down as it needs to. I just went ahead and set it to the bug. Bug seems to be at around 300 feet per minute. So I just went ahead and set it to the bug there on the vertical speed indicator. Flight director bug. I'll start getting us down until we pick up the ball. Which this is a GPS ball because it's all, there is no actual VOR at right word. You know what I'm trying to say, that there's nothing to guide you down at Orville, so even that ball is kind of made up just within the software. Whenever I talk about the ball, obviously I talk about the glide slope indicator. I was wondering what I was bumping, because every time I would come over here to my mouse, it would just like start slowly looking to the right. So there is a joystick on the side of my X56 that controls the view, and I had no idea that I was bumping it. I was like, why does it keep looking to the right? That's why. That's exactly why. We're just going to kind of control our speed here to make our descent. That, of course, is going to be the airport right over there. I can't see what... Is there a way to see the information? Hold it waypoint. No. Because it should be telling me what altitude to be at straight. And it should also tell me what altitude to be at final. But for some reason it isn't telling me. I'm sure there's a way to see it. I am positive that there is a way to see it. And I'm sure it's probably right in front of me, too. But we're just going to keep following the flight director because that should get us down correctly. Oh, it's marking our top of descent just kind of right as we start our turn to final. So we'll just kind of see what's going on. We are now 2 nautical miles south. I'm going to go ahead and do a call out again. Actually, we'll do a call out once we turn final. Orville traffic, Skyhawk 448 Quebec Victor, turning to final runway. We'll stop landing Orville. Alright, let's go ahead and do our before landing checklist. Before landing, seats all good, check. Fuel selector on both, check. Extra rich, check. Lighting, taxi and landing lights. Lights are not working again. That's cool. Landing lights on. Autopilot off. We'll bring autopilot off as soon as we're kind of lined up. And cabin 12-volt power switch is off. Alright, I have a visual on the runway. We're going to go ahead and swap autopilot off. Out a notch of flaps. And what was normal landing speed in the 172? I cannot remember. They're way too high. We might just go around 60 to 70 knots. Okay. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get down on the ball. Another way to do that is we can actually just slip down. It's maintaining.
500.
Coming back up on the ball. Up. Oh. Full flaps. Right on the ball. We saved her. Just barely. Speed up. Keep our speed up. Runway blooms. Runway is blooming. Let's go ahead and get on that center line. I had that stall horn. There we go. Gentle. Just a little bit left of center line. Alright, let's get off the runway safely here. Looks like we got a turn off to the right coming up. This is why you shouldn't mess with charts or anything until after you are off the runway. See how I almost ran into the grass there? Yeah, that was 100% my fault. Alright. Orville traffic, Skyhawk 448 Quebec Victor, clear of runway 13 Orville, taxiing to transient parking. Yes, I know that call out sucked. I know. Let me know in the comments how much it sucked. So, looks like we've got some parking right up here. go ahead and go up here. Nothing is marked on the map other than looks like we've got an FBO right there. We're gonna go ahead and park right up here by where that shows the hangar bar. Our call out was definitely wrong, but we're so close right here. Nobody's here. It is what it is. I'm just gonna yell at myself because you know that's what I do. All right, guys, that was today's flight from Buchanan at Concord all the way down to Orville Municipal. Got a nice flight sim economy flight. Gonna make about, I don't know, about $1,600 on this flight. So until next time, be good to each other, be good to yourselves, hugs and shit, and I will see you guys in the next one.